Good morning. I will now talk about building arches with rocks and mortar. We will not involve steel or any kind of concrete at this point. So this is a short video just to show you how we manage to build this rock wall arch using a metal frame which is built according to our specifications in Sri Lanka for not that much money. Now you can see here there's an arch shape made from steel, and it cost more or less something like, this was a large one, 120 centimeters large with a radius of 60. You can see from that plate, from that box bar, they call it box bar, till the top of the arch, it is 60 centimeters. The entire thing is 120 large. I remember I paid maybe 6,000 rupees for that, which is about 30 euros, custom made. Now to give you more specification, the side here is 30 centimeters deep, it's about 1 foot. So then you can evaluate the cost of such an item. If you have a double size, it may not be proportionately double price, because there's also the work time involved. Here's another perspective view on the arch which we are going to build on top of these rock wall pillars left and right. Of course we decided to make that space between the two stone supports 120 centimeters. You see, that sounds not very large, but actually it looks really large. And then of course the radius on top has to be also a total of 120, which defines the height of the arch by 60. Now there are some proportion in the old doors which you can respect if you like. If you like to go by the old classical proportions, I decided to make that door twice as high as the large size, down 120, 240 plus the arch. Now there are some people who prefer the proportion that the entire door with the circle of the arch would be, in this case, 240, but I made it a little bit higher. That's of course possible to do, and it still looks okay. You can see the same procedure. We have a kind of niche now which is 90 centimeters large, and the wall, the edge which you can see, is now at 180 centimeters. I put again twice the large to be the height, but it's not the real height, because when we put the arch, then we are getting, in this case, 45 centimeters higher, which gives us a 2.25 meters total height from the beginning of the arch. I'm not talking ground level here, okay, because the arch starts inside the wall. There, you see, there we started. That is our level which we use to calculate the height of the entire arch. Now you can see that our stones on top of the arch, they're somehow okay. They could be much better, because we are in a rough type of wall. We don't want to make a too sophisticated wall, and then if we would make now a super nice arch with an arch and a keystone in the middle, really nicely cut, it would maybe look too nice then, and then we would have a problem with the rest of the wall looking less as fitting the design. So the mason is going to make the next one here, and there I told him that we should a little bit improve our layout of the stones on top. You see, they are looking like normal stones. We want to choose a little bit more rectangular shaped stones, so that the longer side will be going like a sunshine outside of the radius of the arch, and I don't want to see any more flat stones like this one, the second from the right, which is actually longer, laying on the arch circle than it should. I would have liked that stone to be more turned in the other way towards the outside with the longer side, but we can do that on the next arch. We are happy already with this, and it's just going to be better. Now here you can see a frame which I have custom made. It's 180 times 30 centimeters high, deep, and 180 high, and it exactly would fit under that metal frame which we used there. Now it turns out that all these good intentions sometimes don't end up in the real field where we want it to be used, because we started the walls before, and it is that the wall is always like a half centimeter somewhere sticking out, and therefore this frame we cannot even use it now. But we will update you on another video when we use that stand, maybe here, you know, because there we can definitely give it a try. Now the first thing to do, of course, is to put all the lower parts of the arch niches, these things going inside the wall, on the same level. Then we will put the metal frame on top of this, what should be still here leveled to the same height. And then the mason will be very careful not to put any stones in a way that this frame may get stuck, because if this happens, we would have either to cut some stones or to cut the frame to get it out of that niche in the future. But we will try this just to see if it is of any advantage. There are many things we try here, and we are working on improving the technique just by trying. Now we have a second of these nice arch shapes here, and this one I show you the other one, which was 120 large, and that one was around 6,000 rupees. This one is only 5,000 rupees. Now it's a wonderful tool, because the mason really feels safe when he has that. We started on another project to work with a wooden one, and in the tropical climate the wood somehow starts to easily fall apart, and when they pull on it, it's just all in spare parts after 2-3 arches. So this one, you can believe it, that thing is really, you can put a car on top of this, and it's only 5,000 rupees. Now they have tools to bend this. See, that was bent by a machine. Of course, the company doing these jobs have a bending machine. Now the funny thing is that this one here, just for the story, this one was done by somebody who did not have a bending machine. He was cutting all these little parts, you can see the little parts, and welding them to create an arch. And still he also only took 5,000 rupees from me. I mean, we can really be thankful to these people using electric energy, welding rods, metal, raw materials, and their time, and they do this for 5,000 rupees. Now here's the mortar preparation, which is the same for all kind of walls. It has nothing to do with an arch now, but when you have time, you can look at more videos on this channel about the arch building and what kind of arches we will succeed to do, and how they will look in the end when they will be also having the pointing done, which means that we are going to fill the spaces between the stones, which are now just gray looking. They will be plastered in with lime mortar, which will be colored in a way that it looks more like this brownish color here. This is going to be the color of the lime mortar in between these gray rocks. So the wall will look actually much more bright and brown color.